So this is my prediction for the New Hampshire 2020 primary. So I actually live in New Hampshire, so I think I'm going to have a little bit more unique of a take on the results in New Hampshire. So first I think is going to be Bernie Sanders. It's because he's doing really well in the polls. He is from Vermont, which is right next door to New Hampshire. He always does really well here. I believe he crushed it in the last election cycle against Hillary Clinton. And I believe he's going to come in first in the primary tomorrow. And second, I believe, is going to be Elizabeth Warren. She's doing okay in the polls, but she also lives right next door in Massachusetts, in New Hampshire. And I think a lot of people are going to support her because she is, in Massachusetts, which is right next door. In third place, I believe, is going to be Pete Buttigieg. I think the polls are overestimating his support, and I think he got a bit of a bump because he did pretty well in Iowa. But here's the thing, New Hampshire is completely different than Iowa. It's a completely different ball game. We're East Coast, Iowa's like central Midwest, bit of a different culture. I don't think Buttigieg is going to do as well in New Hampshire. So I think he's going to come in third place. In fourth place, I think is going to be Andrew Yang. And this is because I think a lot of people in New Hampshire are looking at the freedom dividend and what it could do for them and everyone in their town. And I think they're going to vote with logic in this case, and Yang is actually going to overperform where he's doing in the polls. And here's the thing, in Iowa, about half the predictions that the polls had were wrong. They were wrong about half the people and what place they would get in. So we know the polls are wrong, and I think they're wrong about Yang. In fifth place, I think is going to be Amy Klobuchar. I think she's getting more popular with the centrist voters, and she is actually rising up in the polls a bit recently. I think people are looking for change, and she's not offering that much change. And also the centrist field is so crowded, right? You got Buttigieg, Klobuchar, Biden. It's like, they're all pulling from each other. So I think Klobuchar is going to get in fifth place because of that. And sixth place, I think, is going to be Joe Biden. And if he gets in sixth place, he might even drop out. He's done no events in the state. I remember the day before the debate in New Hampshire, he took a private chartered plane and flew back to Connecticut or something. It's almost like Joe Biden's already given up, honestly. And I don't blame him. If he gets in sixth place, I could imagine him dropping out because of that. So in seventh place is going to be Tulsi Gabbard. And I believe this because she's doing okay in the polls. But I like her on foreign policy. I think she'd be great on ending wars. But I think we need someone more domestically. And I think most people agree with me on that. So in eighth place is going to be Tom Steyer. He's not really putting a lot of focus into New Hampshire. He's really focusing on South Carolina and I believe Nevada to some extent because he doesn't really poll very well here. He's polling very low, and I don't think he's going to get a ton of turnout tomorrow. And anyways, those are my predictions. I'm probably going to be wrong on a lot of them. But anyways, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below, and thank you for watching.